Good afternoon, everybody. Jason and Keith here. I'm Keith. That's Jason next to me, and we are here for tonight's game between Troup visiting here with Tatum Eagles. And who's leading off with Troup? We're trying to get everything going, and Jason's got it.
Yeah, Hayden Hummel's leading off against Logan Tovar on the mound.
And a foul back, and Jason, we had to get here quick. They changed the game time due to impending weather later on, and both Jason and I work, so we shot here as fast as we could to get here on time. Here's another pitch. Who's the starting pitcher for Tatum tonight, Jason?
Yeah, it's Logan Tovar. I may mess up and say Landon Tovar. That's his older brother, a great pitcher in his own right. But Tovar works very quick on the mound. He's got a great off speed, but he does have a lively fastball too. So he likes to put in a lot of quick pitches and will generally keep him off balance if he's on.
Gotcha. In there for a strike.
You know, and left-handers today, the wind's blowing in pretty good, so left-handers are going to have a little trouble. It's blowing in from the right field side, so as a called strike 3. So one down now for Troup in the top of the first inning. Next up's coming up is Cash Hardy, the right fielder for Troup.
Cash Hardy had a good game the other night and did a great job for Troup to get that win. They're in the final inning on Tuesday night against Tatum. And a swing and a miss for Cash. And, you know, Jason, Troup's going to be coming after him. They're going to be wanting to get a little revenge after that loss.
Yeah, I think, Tatum will come after him because they do want that revenge. That was only Tatum's first loss of the district season as Cash comes in with a nice single to right field. But one thing everybody's going to watch for, I imagine these coaches both are going to try to kind of manufacture runs. NFHS rules, if they get 4.5 complete and the home team's winning, that's a complete game. So if it's called for weather and Tatum's leading after 4.5, the game's over. I mean, and they call it, it's a complete game. It counts.
Here comes the pitch. It's going to be fouled off to the right-hand side.
So, yeah, they just got to watch that.
Right.
Make sure they don't get shorted any baseball.
And we got a lot of wind here at the stadium here. A good hit to the outfield. A good sliding catch and almost a double play, but not in time. And that's going to be out number 2. So a good play from the outfield.
Yeah, good base running by Hardy to get back. Throw was a little off. It was going to be a little closer if throw was on line, but good base running. Great play in right field, though.
So we got 2 down.
I had to look. That's Caden Tatum in right field. Did a great job.
Right. So we have 2 down. Number 5, Carson Davenport coming up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Good drop. That was a great little sinker going over the plate and caused Davenport to reach out and try to grab it.
Yeah, and that's what Lolo will do. He will definitely change speeds on you. So, so far it looks like he's have a lot of pop in those bats.
And it hits the shortstop. There's the throw. And in time, but a run comes across for Tatum.
So I would say Prince did his job on that one. He moved the runner, scored the runner. So now 1 out, and you still have a runner 90 feet away.
So here we go. Here's the pitch. On that inside corner, going to be a strike.
said, Tatum's a very patient team. They're going to kind of fill out that strike zone just a little, but if you throw it over too much of the plate, they will connect on it.
And a good hit in the left field over the third baseman. A beautiful knock there, and the run comes in once again. And that's 2 runs on in the bottom of the first for the Eagles.
So you got Cody Hines up, batting .386 on the season. On base at .485, so just shy of 500 on that. And Cody bats from the left side. Big hole between second and first. Let's see if he can take advantage of that. And they pitch him outside for ball 1.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it away from him a little bit. And that wind is picking up pretty hard. If you look, Jason, that flag out in right center field is blowing all different directions, but it is going crazy. So
it is, and that's where we're sitting, is just right there in the middle of it. It feels like it's a great breeze. It feels great out here.
That's high and inside off the glove of the catcher. Going to throw it to first, try to catch
Bullard slipping a little bit.
Yeah, try to catch Colt a little off there, but didn't do the trick.
I imagine he's probably going to be taking on this one. 3-0 count, 1 out. He's probably going to be taking on it.
And, yeah, it's a good pitch on the outside corner, perfectly what he needed. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Hines. And here's the pitch. It's going to be inside on the corner for a strike. Going to get it up to a full count.
So good job by Davenport on coming back on that. 3-0 count. Now we're at 3-2. Let's see what happens with this pitch.
On way outside, and that'll walk Hines.
Now batting number 12, Tristan Berry.
And that'll bring Mr. Tristan Berry to the plate.
Yeah, Berry's batting .343. I don't think I've mentioned anything below 300 yet.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, up until Tuesday, they were undefeated in district.
Yeah.
And well on their way.
Yeah, they're 7-1 now, thanks to these Troup Tigers here, which I'm sure, like I said, they're looking for a little revenge.
There's a hit to third base side. Going to get it there for out number 3. So we've gone through 1 here in Tatum, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching NETSN High School Baseball. And a good hit to start off the top of the second. And a throw not in time. Good job by the shortstop.
Yeah, Coop Whitus, he had great range on that one, made a sliding backhand play, but just a little too deep in the hole, so we got an infield single. Brings up James Pierce for the Tigers. Little high.
And that's going to be just over. I thought it was going to be a little low there, Jason, but Mr. Umpire said it was a strike.
Brings a 1-1 count now.
Here's the pitch, and a fly ball out of play. It's going to be over the fence on the right side over the dugout of the Tigers. Had to bring 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and they had the second baseman. They had Cody Hines playing up by the pitcher to take away the bunt.
And a high fly ball. It's going to be in the infield. Deep in the infield. The wind took it. That actually started out in the outfield, kind of shallow outfield, and it moved all the way up almost to the pitcher's mound. That should show you kind of how this wind is blowing here in Tatum.
Yeah, and I mean, Hines had just moved back to his position at second base with a 2-strike count, and pop-up went right back to where he was and came all the way back into the pitcher's mound at that point. Little high to Lockie.
That's a ball. That's a swing and a miss for a strike.
So he's still changing speeds pretty well on the mound. Not giving these Troup hitters a chance to kind of get settled in. He works quick. He's just doing a great job right now. Second time I've seen him pitch this season.
And another high fly ball. It's going to go to the outfield, and it's going to carry and on.
Oh.
It's going to go foul. It's going to hit the top of the batting cages.
Probably.
And like I said, that wind, Jay, is kind of going.
Yeah, it's the way it's blowing at some points. You know, they had second base stolen on that one. I guess that pitch was a little too good to let go.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do it again.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And they're going to catch the runner who tried to steal, and he's safe, misses the tag. He slides past the tag. Not able to get there. The throw was there, Jason, but it just wasn't in time.
Yeah, one thing they're teaching now is that directional sliding. He knew where he was receiving the ball at, and he took to the outside line and just slid right past the swipe tag, missed, and now he's on second. They got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
So Tovar in the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's going to be fouled off behind.
Got the DH up right now, Connor Smith. Count 0-1. Down and away for a ball. So now we got 1-1.
Here's the pitch. Good hit, right center field, and it's going to fade over to right field. And your right field's just going to stand there and catch it. And that's out number 3. And we're going to be right back. We're going to take a break. Don't go away. You're watching high school baseball on NETSN.
So now we're back. We got Dustin Hennigan coming up. 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Eagles.
It'll pop up dinker right to the pitcher, and it's over.
Now batting number 17, Brody Tatum.
Yeah, sometimes those pitches just look so good coming in. Just got well on top of that one, drove it straight into the ground. Nice little easy bouncer for the pitcher to get over to the first base for the out. Brody Downs up now. First baseman fouls one back. Downs batting .393 with a .485 on base percentage for the year.
Good hit over to shortstop. There's the throw, and in time for out number 2.
Now batting number 16.
Nice routine grounder for Carter Graves. Fielded it clean, made the throw over to first. Nice 6-3. That brings up the 9-hole. Tatum. So Caden Tatum. Yeah, he's batting just 143 on the season. That's my one as he takes one way outside for ball 1. But from what I've seen him playing, he is pretty consistent, and he does a heck of a job out there in right field for the Eagles.
Here's the pitch, and a fly ball going to go foul.
As we're talking about the wind, I was just looking out at the right center field flag, and it was straight down, but you look over between the baseball and softball fields here, and the Tatum flag is straight out.
Yeah. It is crazy.
Just foul down the left field line. Great. I mean, that was great hitting, I will say that. It was an outside pitch, probably outside corner. He took it exactly where it was, just a little bit foul. So now we got 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs.
And foul back.
Davenport so far has got to stay in the windup for this entire inning.
Yeah. Little low, bounced right in front of home plate.
So now we got all the 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Score 2-0 Tatum. Brings the count full with the low ball. And
So, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I watched some of that last game they played together, and, 2-0 score.
All the way until about the 4th, 5th inning.
That's definitely not a safe score, that's for sure.
And now into center field.
Now batting number 2, Grant Adcock.
Brings us back to the top of the order for the Eagles. Grant Adcock hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the game, so he hasn't really seen much. Davenport will move to the stretch at this point.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit the catcher on the inside of the knee.
Ouch. Trying to see. He's only been hit by pitch prior to this game 5 times.
Yeah.
But he definitely hugs the plate.
Yeah. Well, and you know, Jaron and I were talking about the other day when I played baseball back in the 1900s. We didn't do that, and the pitch goes outside and high. A good job by the catcher to try to frame that, but coach or the umpire wasn't buying it. But yeah, we stayed in the middle of the box because that was where the fat part of the bat was going to hit it.
Yeah, we would coach him on a hitter's count sometimes to get up and on it, so that way anything that didn't hit you were swinging at,
right? Unless
it was way out.
Right. We didn't want to get hit. We wanted to hit the ball. That's going to be low and outside. Runner goes, not in time. Catcher was a little bit off on the timing of the throw, and now the count is 2-1.
Yeah, I think he just didn't get the handle on the ball when he blocked it. So great job reading the ball in the dirt by Tatum. And ball down.
So we got 3-1. Runner on second. Tatum leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Glad that you're watching with us. Sorry about the wind. It is blowing crazy here. Trying to get this game in before the weather hits on a swing and a miss. And that's going to bring the count to full.
Well, Adcock's getting his money's worth this at bat. He didn't get to see but one pitch that first one, so he's going all out on this one.
And hits the shortstop. He catches right in front of second base and gets it over. And it's going to be out number 3. We're going to go for a break as we are down 2 innings out of this game. On to the third. Tatum still leads 2-0. We'll be right back. And we are back. Here comes the first pitch of the third inning. That's drops in there. Good. Beautiful little drop by Tovar, excuse me. And therefore another strike. Lost his hat, Jason.
Yeah, that happens more and more with these long hairstyles. I don't have that problem anymore, but
I hadn't had that problem since I was in my 20s. That's going to be fouled back out of play behind the plate.
Yeah, 9-1-2 up for Troup at this point. Carter Graves up to bat. Shortstop ended the last inning with the 6-3 put out.
Here's the pitch. In there. And no call. And I'm not sure what the umpire was seeing on that.
Line drive, base hit to right field for Graves. That brings up the top of the order for the Troup Tigers. Number 2, Hayden Hummel. He struck out looking his first at bat.
And a good hit. Oh, nope, down the third base line. Foul.
Yeah, he fooled him on the swing on that one. He started his swing rather early, and that was a good off speed by Tovar. He just kind of slowed the bat down, just wrapped it around, pulled it foul.
And that's going to be popped back. Oh!
Infield single on that one.
Coaching, or excuse me, a little talk between the pitcher and the catcher. We're going to go make a little adjustment on our camera there behind home plate. The net keeps, with the wind, the net keeps pulling in, so my trusted partner is going to go down and make some adjustments to get that out of there. Here's the pitch, and just a bit outside. Looked like it caught the corner. Just didn't do it. So Tovar checks, gets ready. Runner on second, no outs, and they're going to throw to second to try to catch him, but doesn't quite make it. And thank Jason for getting that taken care of for us.
Hey, I'm point and shoot. Just tell me where to go and what to do.
Teamwork makes the dream work, my man. Here's the pitch, high and outside, and that's going to be ball 2. We are moving right along here in Tatum. 2-0 the count. Tovar looks in, gets the sign, looks back at the runner, and the bunt goes down, but the ball doesn't. It goes past the bat for a strike.
Yeah, he really wants. Cash probably wants that one back.
Right.
Now second baseman comes in to try to take away the bunt. Playing on the third base side of the pitcher's mound, so
a little trickeration there, a little maneuvering.
First base is well in on the grass, so something hot to the right side would be what Troup would love to see right now. And now they move back in position.
Well, you don't want to put yourself in a position to put yourself out of position, if that makes sense. That kind of Dr. Seussing myself around here, but that's going to be a pitch high and inside.
3-1 count with 2 runners on. He's looking for something on the tee at this point.
Well, and I don't blame him. There's golly, that's a big gust. Woo.
And takes it down the right field line. Runner rounds third, headed home. Under the tag, safe is Carter Graves for the first Troup score.
And that was a beautiful, beautiful play.
And Hummel did a great job of base running on that. Got himself over to third base on the throw home. So now first and third, still with nobody out. Brings up the third baseman, Caden Graves.
Here's the pitch inside, kind of brushed him off the plate there. Tovar said, "That's my plate. You can't have it." And throw. Oh! Miscommunication, and that's going to be a run in. And they'll tie it up. That's not what you wanted.
Yeah, and I know it's been a nice topic of conversation, but just for Jaron or anybody else listening at this point, I do have E1 on that one.
Yeah, he got mad at me the other night. He wouldn't let me make an error when it was clearly an error, but he said no, so I backed off. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled over to the Troup dugout.
You know, they're facing away from us on this, but from the back I could see Caden Graves' eyes get just big as saucers on that one because that was dropping right into his wheelhouse, but
Yeah.
he just missed it.
And right up the middle of the center field, drops right in front, and that's going to put runners at the corners once again. And still, at this point, no outs, Jason.
Nobody out. So the go-ahead run is 90 feet away.
So can we call it a little bit of a third inning rally, so to speak?
Yeah, one thing, I mean, from the game on Tuesday, you knew this was going to be a dogfight. So Troup came to play. Tatum wants to shut that out. So we'll just see who adjusts and how we go from there. Tatum's always been, historically, has been a good team of adjustments. So we'll see what happens.
And you can never count any player out. There's the steal, which I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have thrown it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean they had the cutoff play in with the shortstop, but
you know your guy's not going to go, and they're going to come out and have a talk with Tovar and find out, maybe calm him down. What do you think that conversation is going to be like, Jason?
I think they're just going to settle him down. I mean, Tovar's young. I believe I'm not sure. He's either a freshman or a sophomore. I don't know why I have it in my head he's a freshman. Regardless, he pitches well above either level on that. I mean, he's a great disciplined pitcher. Sometimes, though, you know, these are still kids, so you got to kind of go in there, kind of calm them down, get their head back straight, and hopefully get him back to throwing what he throws. And if you're Troup, you want to jump on it and keep him totally uncomfortable. So
yeah, you want to keep him off his game a little bit on this, and not let him gain his composure. So here's the pitch by Tovar. It's going to be on the inside corner, and that was a beautiful, beautiful pitch by Tovar.
Great off speed.
And that's not something I expected to see, really. And that's going to be a little bit inside. I think he tried to do it again, and it didn't work. Go back to the same pitch. Sometimes it doesn't fly.
And there are times that these pitchers get to where they're more comfortable in the windup versus the stretch, or vice versa.
That's going to go on the wrong side of the bag when you're trying to go down the left field line. So count goes even at 2. Runner at second and third. Nobody out still here for the Tigers. They tied it up at the top of the third. That's going to be a high fly ball out behind the plate. And we got to really, despite the fact that the nothing is coming, and that's an old movie reference, as that one's fouled back. We got a pretty good crowd here, Jason.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I mean, you know, you've got pretty much full stands, chairs all down both foul lines, and you got people sitting on the hill behind the stadium watching.
And the pitch, he had to reach out for that one. A good check to third by Tovar, keep the runner there, and that's the first out.
And the big thing was nobody advanced. So
yeah, he kept that runner where he was supposed to go.
So the sixth batter of the inning comes up. That'll be number 1, Josh Childress. Had a ball that he hit deep in the hole to shortstop for a base hit last time.
And a good hit in between short and third. We're going to get a runner home. And once again, you're going to have runners at the corner, and the Troup Tigers are going to take the lead.
And again, almost the identical spot, but you had Whitus playing up, trying to cut down the run. There was just no time for him to react to that, and it went through to left field for a base hit.
Yeah, because normally he gets that. Normally in that position, he'll have that ball, and that'll be an out. So Pierce, and he hits it in the same spot as James Pierce gets it, and another run comes across. So Tovar getting a little bit rocked on the mound, and that's not what you want to see.
No, they came into this inning up 2-0, and right now they're down 4-2. So, you know, Troup's obviously at least figured out the timing on Tovar at this point. Let's see if he can make an adjustment now, kind of get him off balance a little bit.
Logan Lockey up to the plate. Good pitch, good drop. That kind of fell off the table there for Lockey. And a good comeback pitch for Tovar there to try to get things moving here. 1 out only. Runners on first and second. And that kind of hit. A good job by, excuse me, by Prince.
Yeah, that ball bounced
to keep that in.
That bounced about 3 foot in front of home plate, so he really had to keep that, block that, and keep that in front of him. Keep those runners from advancing in the scoring, or both of them in the scoring position.
Right, you wanted to get that. Here's a pitch by Tovar. It's going to be on that outside corner, but no call by Mr. Blue. And that, to me, that was there.
That was close. That was going to be that down and away, great competitive pitch. Just didn't bite, and the umpire didn't call it.
That one was, though. That one, yeah, he had that English on there.
If he didn't call that one, I think there might have been a riot.
Yeah.
Go, Tatum.
2-2 the count. Here's a pitch by Tovar. That's going to be high. Well, I don't think it was high. I think Lockey played that one a little bit. Or who's up to bat? I'm sorry. Yeah, Logan Lockey played that a little bit much. He kind of ducked.
It was high, but not
head high. Yeah. And that's a hit, and it's just fair on the line, and 1 run's going to score. Another one's going to head down to the home plate. That one's going to score. 2 runs come in, and Lockey gets a RBI double.
Ooh.
And brings 2 runs across, and I think that's going to do it for Tovar for tonight.
Just not his night. I mean, it happens. I've seen the kid pitch lights out baseball, but sometimes it's just not your night.
So that's going to bring in a new pitching staff, or pitcher, sorry. And tell you what, while they do that, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. You're watching Texas High School Baseball on NETSN. We'll see you in just a second, guys. And we are back here at the Eagles' Nest to watch the Eagles try to come back. Who's on the mound now, Jason?
We got number 5. That's going to be Tucker Anthony, running a 3 ERA for the season. He's got he's got five walks on the year, 2 strikeouts. So he's probably a pitch to contact type pitcher. Pitched 4.2 innings so far this season. So he comes in with a runner in scoring position, and looks like number 11, the 8-hole hitter, the DH, Connor Smith, coming up for Troup.
Yeah, and only 1 out, so that's not something you really want.
No, he's coming in with a little bit of pressure. Got that runner in scoring position after the Lockheed double. So he's got to come in and shut down all this momentum that Troup has at this point.
So here we go.
Looks like White has had something in his eyes for a second, so field umpire taking care of him, called a little timeout. Now we're ready.
Just not liking what he sees yet. Not comfortable up there. Now he's ready. Here's
Pulled that one across. Looked like his arm slot got a little out there. Came across with it, pulled it into the left-hand batter's box for ball 1.
Here's pitch. Down and a little away. Anthony sets. And a good stop.
Good job by Prince. To block that, keep it in front. 3-0 count. Smith flew out to right field last time. On deck is Carter Graves, who had that line drive to right field and came around later to lead this inning off and score.
Outside, and so Tucker Anthony's first at bat for the pitching side.
So
he walks him.
He walks him, and now the Troup has batted around. Carter Graves up for the second time this inning. Said line drive to right field, came around to score for that first Troup Tiger run.
Trying to catch the runner. He went back. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Still 1 out. 6 runs in this inning for Troup.
It was a great deke, I will say that. Got the base runner to dive right back.
That took him right over there, didn't it? Here's the pitch. Good hit. It's going to go to third baseman Barry. Trying for the double play. Over. And
they got
in there. The 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. And finally, a sigh of relief from the Eagles dugout is breathed, but not before the damage has been done. 6 runs come across for the Tigers. And the Tatum Eagles have a little bit to do in this bottom of the third. They're down 6-2. As we'll head for a little break, we'll come back and see how it happens. We're done through 2.5. We'll be right back. You're watching high school baseball on NETSN. Don't go anywhere.
Bottom of the third for your Eagles. Number 21, Cooper Whitus.
Cooper Whitus is going to be leading things off for the Tatum Eagles and trying to turn things around after that 6-run top of the inning.
Yeah, he'd like a repeat of his last at-bat where he had that double down the left field line. 2, 3, 4, they're in a good spot of their lineup to see what Tatum can do with it.
Here's the pitch. And Davenport bounces that one off of Childress, the glove of his catcher, Childress. 1 ball, no strikes. A little high.
And one thing I like about Whitus is he can generally hit the ball he hits it where it's pitched. He's got a good inside-out swing when he needs it, and there is a nice gap in right center.
And he looked like he wanted that one as he swung and a miss.
I think he wanted that one to go about, 350 to left field.
Yeah. 2-1, and that pitch is going to be in the dirt. Figuratively speaking, on this turf field, of course.
I don't remember. Jaron's got a word for that, and every time I think about it, I can't exactly call it.
Good hit straight into center field. Barton back and makes the catch right around a little bit, about 5 yards in front of the track for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Jackson Prince, the catcher, to the plate.
Grounded to shortstop the last at-bat.
Here's the pitch, and he's going to foul that one off towards his own dugout. A lot of games around the area have either been canceled and or were moved up due to the weather. And this one was as well. The game was originally supposed to be played at 7. It was moved up to 5. Here's the pitch inside, but no call. Looked like it might have caught the corner, but
No, I think it was down. I'm kind of got a good angle at this point.
You're better over there. You can see that one better. Here's the pitch, and a good hit into left field. That's going to drop and be a base hit. Almost got past the left fielder.
Yeah, Prince. I think he got a little nonchalant on that one.
Yeah,
it just kind of, I think it bounced up on him, kind of caught him in the hand rather than the glove. So
Pierce almost lost that one on him.
But still kept it in front of him. So
yeah. So that'll bring up Colt. Is it Colt Bullard? Yeah.
Colt Ballard.
Excuse me. I apologize.
Well, that's what I have written down. Bullard.
Is it Bullard? Okay.
It is Bullard.
Gotcha. Davenport takes a look over at first. Comes to the stretch. He's ready for the pitch. Here it comes. That's going to be high and inside off the glove of Childress. And the runner is going to advance on the passed ball. 6-2. Still the score here in the bottom of the third. Tatum going to try to get some things going. They do have a base runner, but they do also have an out.
Yeah. And Bullard's got a lot of pop in his bat. So
yeah, he does. And there it is. It's going to go to the third base side, but Graves is going to have it, and it's going to miss. He tries to get the second. Trying to do a little, what do they say? You're trying to do too much?
I think he had him dead to rights, but I think the throw was down. So second base tried to, wasn't in the right position to be able to do that. So unfortunately, it's going to be, wait on it, Jaron. Wait on it. Where are you at? E5.
Yeah.
But
Jaron got an E5. Hey, Jaron, he's got an E. Cody Hines is going to head to the plate. And we got runners at the corners for the Eagles, and they're knocking on the door to close that gap. There's a pitch. And Childress trying to, you got to kind of be careful when you're in, the way things are going nowadays. You got to be kind of careful when you're in that left-hand batting box and there's a runner at first. and that catcher tries to go there.
Yeah, as long as you just stay still, you should be okay.
That's going to be in there for a strike.
You'll have a lot of people that talk about that batter's box as being the batters, and, you can do whatever you want. That's their box.
But you can't move.
You can't move. If you move at all, even if unintentionally you get in that catcher's way, it is batter interference, and you're out.
Stay where you are. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just where it's supposed to be, a good throw. And they got the cutoff, and it's under, in between the legs.
They had that one
They
dead
had him
to rights,
but
too.
Childress just went in between his legs, and there wasn't much he could do about it. Getting that run.
And less than 2 outs and another runner on third.
So 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be into the outfield over on the right-hand side in between first and second. And that's going to bring another run in.
Now batting number 12, Tristan Fury.
So, now out of the three base runners prior to him, 2 of them scored. They've only got the 1 out, or the 3 batters prior to him. 2 of them have scored now. So Troup's really got to stop this from turning into a momentum builder.
Here's the pitch as Tristan Berry takes the spot.
Sorry, buddy.
1-0 is the count. And playing with him a little bit over there on first.
Oh, you got some fans a little upset about Barry tried to call timeout. That's up to the umpire's discretion if he gives it to him or not.
And Barry does that. He likes to call timeout, and there he is again, calling the timeout.
Tatum does like to control the pace of the game. The previous game I called when they were playing against West Rusk, they really like to disrupt those pitchers.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, so that's going to be strike 2 on Barry. I'm sure that's something he's going to want, that strike back that he took when he tried to take that time out. That's going to go on the first base side, and a good job of
Now batting number 8,
getting it and getting over there.
Yeah, Barry will take that as a positive. At least he moved a runner into scoring position, but that was off the end of that bat and probably rattled those hands just a little bit.
Yeah.
Dustin Hennigan up to bat. Had a little number back to the pitcher his last time up.
And a good hit. It's going to be into center field. And Barton went back a little bit too far. He had to come back up, but did a good job. And that's going to be out number 3. We're going to head to the top of the 4th. 2 runs gained back, and the Eagles move within 2. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school baseball on NETSN. To Cash Hardy, and he swings that one. That one is a little inside on his hands. He had to fight that one off.
Yeah, that was one of those where he just Wasn't sure if it's going to get the call or not. Just the defensive swing, just foul it off, go again.
Here comes the pitch, and he hits that one over to shortstop. And a good play by Whitus once again, as Whitus over to Hines. That 1-2 combo.
No, that's Downs.
Oh, it's that Downs? I apologize.
Yeah, Hines is at second.
Oh, my apologies. That's right. I apologize. I was looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, those. It's easy to get messed up. We got just lines of information over here, so.
My bad. I had him in the right spot. I just looked at the wrong spot. That was my fault. Caden Graves up to bat as he takes that first one for a strike. Now he's 1-1.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 with that line drive to center field. Last at bat, came around and scored.
And a fly ball. That one's going to go in shallow center field. And Adcock is in for out number 3. So just like that one, we're down. Was that a 1-2-3 inning? It sure was. 1-2-3, go the Tigers. And we'll be right back. You're watching high school football.
Or baseball.
Dang it, Keith. I'm doing 5 things at once, and I'm talking, and I can't do all that. Good thing I'm not chewing gum. We'll be right back. You're watching NETSN. Don't go anywhere. And we're through 3.5 here in Tatum. And we're just hoping that the storm holds off long enough for us to play this full game. And then Jason and I get to drive back home through it, more than likely. But we get to bring the action to you. We're glad that we do. We're glad that you're watching. If you want to, go ahead and chat with us. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. That way we can talk with you, let you know that we appreciate you, and we do.
Number 17, Brody Downs.
So Downs is going to start things off for the Eagles, and I can feel drops coming in on me. So I'm sure, I haven't checked the radar, but I'm sure it is getting close. So here we go. We're in the bottom of the 4th, and that first one's in there for a strike.
Just a little high.
So that was down low. Sorry about that. It's 2-0, or 2-1, excuse me.
Yeah, that one's down just a little. Last time he grounded out to shortstop.
And there's a hit straight to the second baseman. That was Hummel. Hummel gets it over to Lockie for out number 1.
So now Caden Tatum comes up to bat. He's had one at bat, single to the right side, out to the right fielder. I'm sure he'd love a repeat of that. And they're playing him to go oppo.
There you go. Here's the pitch, and that's straight into center field past the second baseman. And we got a runner on first to lead things off. We got a Joy Mathis chatting in. And Mathis saying, rooting for Tatum. have viewers in Tatum, San Antonio, and Dallas.
All right.
And we're also here for the announcer because he's a true professional.
But,
We appreciate you watching and listening to us. Joy?
I knew she had to be talking about announcers like stadium announcers.
Oh, yeah. It's not us.
It's not us.
And, of course, our guru, NETSN himself, the Brett man, saying that we are looking and sounding good. We appreciate you. That should be reflected in our paychecks.
Exactly.
So it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Of course, missing Jaron Peoples.
Oh, yeah, he's doing that whole parenting thing.
He's being dad today.
Yeah, being dad today. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's the best part about it, though. That he's right in that age group where it's fun.
Here's the pitch. Runner looked like he was going to go, and it's fouled to the right-hand side. Yeah, he's doing I think it's a T-ball.
Yeah.
T-ball coaching.
Herding cats.
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old, and I'm like, My wife told me the other day, she goes, "You gonna coach Little League and stuff?" I'm like, you don't want a Gen X dad doing Little League coaching in 2025. It's not what you want.
Oh, yeah, we got another comment. I can't. I will neither agree nor disagree with that comment because I didn't do it.
So the comment may be a little dock in the paycheck for the confusion between football and baseball. I no comment. I'm not going to comment.
Hey,
2-2 the count.
In your defense, I will say this. If you listen to us broadcast football, when we do that, half the time we're talking about home runs
Yes.
and all that. So we bring a lot of
equal-
baseball to our football
We are
broadcast.
an equal opportunity announcers here. So 2-2 the count. Runner on first. Davenport from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And he goes with he got a pitching wedge after that one.
That one I thought was going to hit him in the ankle.
Yeah.
But
Adcock went deep on that. I think he may want to check that divot. Now, Joey, we're talking about golf.
Hey,
Equal opportunity. We bring everything back around to baseball.
the world
still the
revolves around baseball.
Yes, it does. Davenport checks the guide first. The runner checks out a little bit. Here's the pitch home, and it's fouled off again.
Nice
as
battle.
Adcock is just not wanting to go away.
Yeah, I think Adcock is just a very disciplined hitter, and if it's anything close, even if he's not liking it, he's fouling it off looking for that one pitch he's looking for.
Right. And when he finds it, he can go with it.
Yeah,
He can take it.
You love to see the leadoff hitter get one in the gap because you would love to see him running for a little while if you're Tatum.
Adcock hit a home run on Tuesday in that loss, unfortunately, to Troup. But he hit a good one. It was a good long hit to left field. So still 2-2, 1 out, 1 on. Davenport with the pitch, and here comes a good hit. It was a hit and run was on, and he's going to have to go back as that was hit into straight left field as Pierce watched it. I think he took a little side step to catch it.
Yeah, he had to make it look like he was doing something. He was like, yeah, let me make a couple steps, make this look a little difficult. But no, he just looked totally professional out there. Looked like he got paid to do that one because he just set up and just caught it perfect.
Now, don't challenge me, Miss Mathis, because I can do it. Because I will pirouette my way into doing that one and do a triple Lutz to find out how we can do that. Here's the pitch by Davenport. Oh, just inside. Runner goes, slides, and it's over the head of the second baseman. He's going to try to go. And in time.
Did you notice the pirouette when he got up from second to third?
He did a very good job of doing that. I don't know much about. I'm going to have to Google some ice.
Hey, he slid in. I mean, just, like He had the blades going, just slid right in on the ice.
The only thing about ice skating I know is Nancy Kerrigan, and
yeah,
we're not going to talk
we can't talk
that.
about that one.
It's like Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Runner goes to third. Here's the pitch. That's going to go to the shortstop. And with 2 outs, tried to bring the run home. It was a good play, good thought, but didn't quite happen. Thank you, Miss Mathis. You made that a fun half of an inning, and so did Tatum. But unfortunately, they went down with no runs, double zeros for both teams, and we're through 4. We're going to head to the 5th, but before we do that, we're going to head for a little break. Don't go anywhere. We're glad you're watching, and keep watching. We'll be back in just a second on NETSN, high school baseball, and everything else included. And about ready to start the top of the 5th. Jason, you and I were talking about how this pans out. We were talking earlier about the weather. What does this mean now that we are starting the top of the 5th in the event the weather causes a problem?
As long as Tatum has an equal number of at-bats now, if they get through the 5th inning, it will be classified as a complete game if it is called due to weather. So if we go through at this same score through 5, and then we start the 6th, and then it rains, and they call the game due to rain, they're going to go back to the score at the end of 5, and if it's 6-4 Troup wins.
So here's the pitch. It's going to be high and outside to Davenport. So that's it's kind of a big position here for both teams to see. They want to complete the game. You want to go 7. You want to get it done, as that one catches the outside corner by Anthony. Here's the pitch. Foul ball back behind home plate. Out of play and off the reservation. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the pitcher Davenport. Pitcher to pitcher here. Here it comes. That's going to go to the shortstop. And Whitus gets it over to Downs. Got it right this time.
Yeah,
for out number 1.
Whitus has been kind of busy the last couple of innings.
Yeah, he has.
He was involved in all 3 outs last time.
So now Josh Childress will head to the plate with 1 down, as Troup still has a 2-run lead on Tatum. That's in there for a strike. That's going to get past Prince. And even at 1.
Yeah, occasionally it just seems like Anthony will get his arm slot just a little far out there and pull the ball over. Ooh.
And that's going to go all the way to Whitus again. And Whitus downs. I need to just record that and just push it.
Yeah, there's going to be a sense of urgency for Tatum this next half inning. They get in, get the bats going, because weather is not looking good coming this way.
Yeah, it looks like it may. I mean, I know how Texas weather is, so it could slide past. It looks like it may go above us. There's a hit again to Whitus.
3.
And there it is. And once again, if I'm correct, that's 2 innings straight of 3 up, 3 down. Is that correct?
Well,
or am I wrong? I have been wrong before.
Yeah, you are correct.
Okay.
I get thrown off because they batted around the inning before, so I've got 1 kicked over. But yes.
And we got a little Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. We'll let y'all listen to. Hold on. Got the feel of a real ballpark here.
Don't know if we're going to get any calls from American Idol on that, but you know what? Hey, it's very energetic energetic fan base, energetic staff. I mean, just it's a great atmosphere here for Tatum baseball.
Whatever works, whatever works. And tell you what, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
For your Eagles, number 7, Jackson.
We may want to just go ahead and grab that one, that third base side one. And I can put it up here and show us how to do it now. And we're back. We're starting the bottom of the 5th inning. Excuse me, the top of the 5th. No, we're in the bottom. I apologize. Yeah. See, I mess up on a lot of things. Jackson Prince is going to be at bat. He fouls that one off for a strike. That wind is picking up. Here's the pitch. It's going to be inside. And 1-1 now the count. A little low on the inside. And I sent Jason to go get one of our cameras that's actually out in the elements just in case it does start to rain. That's going to be fouled back.
So we got a 2-2 count on Jackson Prince. In the wind-up is Davenport. Got the pitch. Fouled off. Prince is 1 for 2 so far on the day with a line drive to left field and a ground out to the shortstop. Not in that particular order. Nice ball dropped in outside the infield, right in there in the no man's land for a single. And I see Lorenzo on the thing. What's up, Lorenzo? I see how you are. Got to see him and Wes Rusk last week, so hopefully we'll get to see them again sometime soon.
All right, I'm back. Had to maneuver one of our cameras.
Just a little outside the ball.
Jason, I just looked behind us. It's a little dark.
Oh. I'd rather look forward and not know it's coming.
Oh, lost the camera. Good thing I put that one up. That one moved. See it?
Yep. I'll grab it just 1 second.
That's all right. We may need to take that one out of the elements as well. It's already starting to rain. If you want to bring that one up, we'll do another one. I'll put it over there. We appreciate everybody watching. Lorenzo Tavares, we appreciate you watching. Says, what's up? Doing a shout out to Tatum. 2-1 the count. That's going to be a high fly ball over to the shortstop area. And out of play, hit the dugout.
Got a 2-2 count now. See, I walk away for a minute. It's a 2-0 count. Now it's 2-2. Prince taking his lead. Bullard at the plate. just down and away. Now the question's going to be, does Davenport challenge him on this? Set, and the pitch. Outside for ball 4. So now you have the tying run on first base. And Cody Hines coming up, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. I have a feeling he's just going to be trying to move runners at the very least.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's going to be outside. Davenport getting a little bit off his game here. May have gotten somewhat rattled. I'm not sure why. But right now we have runners on first and second, nobody out. And 1 ball, no strikes to the lefty. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high and inside.
Yeah, corners are playing up, just trying to take away the bunt. I don't imagine third base will really be in bunt coverage, but he's going to make him think about it just a little.
That's going to be in there for a strike. Some of the fans are not appreciative of that call. But we got Coach Butler checking in. He got the night off.
Oh.
And I hope that was due to weather and not something else.
No, he's with ARP, so this is their bye week. So.
Oh, gotcha. Well, we appreciate you watching and welcome. We welcome all of our viewers. And chat with us. Let us know who's watching and where you're watching from, as that one gets fouled back over the Tatum dugout. So 2-2 now the count, as they're trying to beat the storm. And we look all around us, it's getting quite black and dark with the rain all around us, so they're trying to as fast as they can. What's scary, Jason, is you look out there, the flag goes down and then it just picks up very quickly, as that's foul back behind home plate.
Yeah, and you almost think there's a little bit of sense of urgency for this inning for Tatum, just because of those complete game rules.
And there is a little rain coming. I can feel it every once in a while, which is why we only have the 1 camera that's up. We pulled our other 2 cameras out of the elements, out of the rain. So that's why, if you're wondering, we have the drawn back, because we wanted to be able to. It's under here with us, as Tatum has a covered stands area. That's where we're located, and we were able to put one of our cameras under here in order to give you kind of a wide angle look, and that's what we did. And that's going to be a walk as well.
Walk, the bases loaded with no outs. Or he didn't walk them loaded. The first led off with a fly ball that found no man's land, and now we got bases loaded.
And we have also a little meeting on the mound. And hopefully it's a meeting of the minds on the mound. And they'll figure something out. And I think they're going to make a pitching change, a little personnel change as well, much to the delight of the Tatum fans. So we'll see who they bring in, as Troup still leads 6-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Troup took the lead. Tatum took the lead in the bottom of the 1st, getting 2 runs in. In the 2nd inning, nobody's made any scores, but at the top of the 3rd is where Troup kind of broke things off with a 6-run inning. And then at the bottom of the 3rd, Tatum tried to come back a little bit and shaved 2 of those runs in, and bringing it to the score that we have now, which is Troup 6, Tatum 4.
Looks like Cash Hardy coming in to pitch on the mound.
And yeah,
Davenport going to the outfield.
Cash Hardy ended the game for Troup on Tuesday when they won the ball game. So I'm not quite sure. I think he played 2 or 3 innings on Monday, but I'm not sure how the pitch count is for him. As you know, there's a certain number of pitches you can do in a week.
Yeah, they can do 110 total. So
I didn't know if it was like 110 or 115.
110 finished the batter.
Gotcha. That's why I keep him around, folks.
I got to be good for something. Maybe carry heavy things.
There you go.
I'm good at that too.
Well, and I have bad knees, so you carry stuff upstairs for me sometimes.
Sometimes.
Again, if you are watching and you want to chat with us, go ahead and get on the chat and let us know where you're watching from. We've actually had people as far away as, excuse me, what do you have, Rhode Island one time? I believe during football season we had some people from Rhode Island.
Football, we actually had people from the Netherlands, I believe.
Yeah, we had a lot from a long way. And we always joined. I had some people from San Francisco and
Mexico.
Yeah.
There were some that was like up at 2, 3 in the morning to watch a game that here was at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. What we ought to get a map and bring it with us and put little pins in it. That way we know where people are. Okay. We're ready to go. Cash Hardy on the mound. Tristan Berry is heading to the batter's box.
And Cash Hardy inherited a mess. Bases loaded, no outs.
And that's about it. That's
Infield playing in, trying to cut down the run going home.
And any base is where they're going to be going. And here's the pitch. Little English on it, but it's going to go inside. It doesn't break like he wants it to, so it's ball 1. And he did want something that looked like he was trying to be a little breaking ball across the plate.
Yeah, I do love a pitcher though that will start him off with an off speed.
Let him know what he's got coming. Here's the pitch. Outside. Looked like he tried to do a little bit of a slider on it, but once again.
Yeah, I think that one is kind of what I was talking about earlier with the Tatum pitcher. I believe the arm slot kind of dropped away, and he just ended up pulling across. So Hardy just got to settle in. I mean, obviously, like I said, you walk in a high-pressure situation, just got to settle in and throw strikes and hope, and you just really let your defense work.
Hey, we got somebody from Guadalajara, Mexico. It's Mr. Tavares, Lorenzo Tavares.
Lorenzo's in New London. Don't even give me that.
He's trying, yeah.
You over there, over there, high living over there out by Gaston School. I don't want to hear it. You can tell I know him.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch by Hardy. It's going to be a little low and outside for ball 3. And if you are watching and you hadn't yet, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you don't miss a thing that NETSN has to offer. We do a little bit of everything. We are good for everything. Barry breaks down for a bunt, squares around, and that bounces. And that one's in there for a strike as Barry pulls back. So it's going to be 3-1. He wasn't very happy about that call. Neither were the fans.
Now, Cody Hines was already started towards second, thought it was ball 4 over on first base.
And true to form, Mr. Barry pulls out his time.
Pulls the time card out.
Yep. Tavares says, I'm trying to give y'all a new mark on the map. We appreciate it. We don't like fake news, though, so Here's a good hit. It's going to go in. It's going to drop, and here comes 1 run. And, we got a little tie. And, miscommunication. Oh. And that was quite unfortunate.
Now batting number 8, Justin Finnegan.
So now with 1 out, a run came home, and it could have been 2. I think he could have made that.
It would have been close. I mean, a good throw, and he's hammered. But you know, you're dependent on a lot of things. And like I said, these are kids, so anything can happen. It's baseball.
And Hennigan is coming up. Dustin.
Still 1 out. Tie and run 90 feet away.
And let's see if Barry tries to move to the next one.
That
That one's
pretty.
in there on the corner for a strike. But like we were talking about, you know, here on NETSN, we do baseball, football, basketball.
I've seen some soccer.
And we did some soccer and volleyball. And there's a hit up the middle. And Hardy tries to grab it. And it's a double play. But he missed the tag on Barry. So the run counts. They do get an out. And the ball game is tied. As they get the out.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 17, Brody down.
Hummel goes for the tag but misses it. And Barry gets out of the way. So we are tied at 6 with 2 outs. And coach is going to come out and have a conversation. That was a heck of a play.
Yeah,
And, he's going to talk to the umpire and find out, do a little appeal, find out what happened.
Yeah, I didn't have the – you know, we don't have the angle from here to see if that tag was made. I don't know if home plate's going to have anything better, but –
Well, I mean, we were here and I didn't see anything. I don't know if he made it or not. I'm not going to make the decision. But, again, you're going to – he's safe. I think the home plate umpire goes, dude, I didn't see it. You're in the best spot. You make the call.
He had a worse angle, but number 2, his responsibility is making sure that runner that was coming around touched home plate. So he's not even looking over that way normally.
So that ties up the ball game. 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Brody down with 2 outs. Runner on second.
He would like to see something in the gap at this point, get that run in with all these nice clouds around us.
Here's the pitch by Hardy, and he fights that one off. That comes inside. It looked like it was going to break across, but it actually hung up in the air just a little bit longer. And Downs tried to swing in on it, and it stayed up. Get a little zinger on his hands there for strike 1. Barry at second. Hardy from the stretch takes a look and brings it home. There's a hit and past the third baseman, and he's going to get a base hit.
Yeah.
So runners at the corners now.
Now stepping into the box for your Eagles, number 16, Tatum.
So that's, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, so Tatum is up. He is the 9-hole hitter, but he is 2 for 2 tonight. And they're playing him to pull again, and he's hit either to the middle or to the right side. So,
well, and if you look, that
now granted, we got a new pitcher.
Granted.
So they're not quite playing him as much to pull.
But right down the and foul ball. Woo, that was pretty.
It is foul.
Yeah, he thought it was foul, and that was a good call.
Yeah, that was
not what he wanted. He thought he had that one.
Yeah, that would have been a backbreaker.
Yeah, that
for
was
Troup.
a good one.
But that was a good
and that was inches. I mean, that was just foul, but it was foul. So 0-1 the count to Tatum as he steps in. Runners at the corners. 6-6 is your score, and that's going to go into right center field, and it's going to drop into the glove. That's where it's going to drop. And out number 3. So Tatum leaves 2 runners at the corners, but he brings up enough as 2 runs cross to tie the ball game. And we're through 5. Heading to the 6th, we'll be right back. we are back. Got a little bit of excitement here in the stands here in Tatum. Some my daddy used to call jawing going on.
Passionate fans.
Well, I don't want to call it extracurricular activity.
No,
that's not what it is. But it is little chin music.
We talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah.
We have too much of that when we call together.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. During football season this season, I think every game that I called this season, there was a fight in football.
I know every game I called with you, there was a fight.
Right. Yeah. So we are hoping that does not happen.
So
here, the good hit. Oh, one pitch, one hit. He fell. Sorry about that, guys, but that's who was that?
That was Lockie. So
is that Lockie?
Yeah, he came off a double last at bat with a hard ground ball single through the infield.
I didn't have time to look him up, but Logan tripped coming out of the baseline.
I couldn't tell if his bat was there or because his bat was laying in the baseline. I don't know if he tripped over it or if he just, when he fell, he dropped it right where he was.
Tatum playing for the bunt. Connor Smith, the DH. Now Tatum's backing up.
Just a little. Still up for the bunt.
Is that Hines at second? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hines at second.
Hines playing up deep into the grass. About equal to the pitcher. Here's the pitch. He squares around, goes underneath, and advances the runner as it's a pass ball. And there's the rain. When some drops get on your glasses, time is called.
So now anything to the right side, Smith would love that to be able to move that runner to third base with less than 2 outs.
Here's a pitch, squares for the bunt, and once again, he pitches out to the outside. Anthony's still on the mound. As the rain begins to fall, Larry lightly, there's a bunt straight down, and a beautiful bunt, and it is in time for out number one, but it does advance the runner over to third in the scoring position. The go-ahead run is over to third. And a smart play by Troup.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to get that lead. With the weather coming in, you definitely want to get that lead. And then you really want Tatum to finish the bottom of the inning. You want to hold him to nothing.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to go over the head. No! Hines gets it, tries to get a double, and not in time. A good job by Hines. Tries to get the double play.
So now we got 2 outs with that runner 90 feet away.
Back to the top of the lineup, Hayden Hummel comes to the plate. And tried to get him fishing as that slider takes it high into the outside for a ball. And that's going to be high as well, ball 2. Trying to get him to fish. I don't think it's going to work. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back behind, out of the stadium.
Why not? He's coming over the top. What's up, Lola?
Here's the pitch. Outside again. Gonna go 3 balls and 1 strike to Hummel.
Yeah, it's somewhere you don't really want to be behind in the count. Now, granted, you've got 2 open bases and 2 outs.
in there for a strike, catches the corner. And Hummel was halfway, well, a quarter of the way down to first, which he was kind of jogging. I don't think he really thought that he had it, but
he might have been trying to sell it.
He was trying to sell it. Now it's a full count. You got to swing away if it's anything close, and he does. It's going to go to Barry. Barry's going to let the run come in, and that's over the head of Downs. That's going to be a what?
E5.
And a run. You don't want that. And a little conversation between the coach and the ump. And you hate to see that because Barry he is usually on point.
Yeah, he's
great player.
Great player, strong arm. I think he might have got a little too amped up on that one. Sailed the ball.
Good pitch. It just goes on the outside a little bit too much.
Let's go, Dad.
One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 1 on.
There it was.
And another one. That's just beautiful. That just goes right over that outside corner every time.
Yeah, and it looks like I don't know if he's aiming or if he's intentionally just taking something off of it, but just a lot slower, just a better.
And the runner goes, swung on and missed.
Defensive indifference there.
So with 2 out, 1 on, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Reach out and grab. That was an AT&T one. Reach out and touch someone. A good catch by Hines, and that'll end the inning, but not till the damage is done again. 1 run comes across, and Troup takes back the lead, heading to the bottom of the 6th. And we'll be right back. They're going to hurry up and try to get this thing done before the nothing hits. We'll be right back. You're watching NETSN High School Baseball. We are back to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Tatum.
Number 2, Grant Adcock.
And back to the top of the lineup as Grant Adcock strolls up to the plate.
Yeah, like I was telling you, but at the break, Tatum needs to score this inning. Troup needs to get 3 outs. So if Troup gets 3 outs without that, the sky's let loose, then it's a complete game and Troup wins, but they have to get these 3 outs.
And a good hit by pitch there as Adcock kind of shaking it off. And Whitus is going to head to the box.
Whitus has really good barrel control. He's the 2-hole hitter. Generally can do things. I mean, you wonder if they're going to try to bunt the runner over to second or if they're going to let Whitus swing away.
And he squared the bunt, but pulls back in time as Hardy's pitch goes a little outside for a ball. Again, if you're watching, we appreciate that you are. Go ahead and chat with us. Let us know that you're watching. And like and subscribe. We don't want you to miss a minute of action here on NETSN. Got a lot of games coming up over the next few weeks. And then the playoffs. We hope to bring some playoffs as well. But a lot of district games that we want to bring to East Texas. 2 balls, no strikes. Whitus waits on the pitch and not going to get the call. Childress tried to frame it. Didn't work out for him.
3-0 count to the 2-hole hitter.
Adcock gets the lead. And there's the pitch. And Hardy's like, that was the same pitch I just pitched, and you called it a ball. So, but you got to be careful. You don't want to anger the umpire.
Definitely don't want to show up the umpire.
Here's the pitch, swung on, and it's going to be a high ball over.
It's out.
Yeah, it's going to be out of play behind the Troup dugout over on the first base side.
You know, I do like about what we do here is if you look at the news, all that, usually you see these big 5A, 6A schools. We like to bring recognition, bring some viewers and stuff to watch the smaller 3As, 2As.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact these schools get that chance.
And they're really good baseball.
Oh, it's
you miss
excellent.
that. You think that the bigger schools are the better. No, I'm sorry. There's a lot of good baseball teams and a lot of good baseball players, and we're watching, two good teams right here in Tatum and Troup.
Definitely, and it's a great
we're
game.
Glad, and we're glad we get to bring Tatum and to the viewers around. And all these Texas teams, Troup, ARP, whoever we can.
So West Rusk, we brought them last week. Just some great baseball.
But this is what we love to do anyway.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, we wouldn't. I wouldn't leave a 2-year-old at home. Well, my wife's there. I mean, he's not just chilling.
Oh, I figure him out. Maybe duct taped into the wall. He'll be all right.
He's in the truck. Still a full count. Whitus waits on the pitch. Here it comes. And he's going to hit that one into right field, and that one is going to be caught. And a good catch.
That's Davenport out
By
there.
Davenport, yeah. Davenport took Hardy's spot. So the runner does not advance. And that'll bring, Jackson Prince.
He had that little in-betweener last inning.
Hardy looks in. Here comes the pitch. And Prince going to hit it over to shortstop. They're going to try for the double play. Not in time. Prince rushes that one out, does a good job to burn it. So they get the lead runner out, but Jackson just rushes that one. I'm tired just watching. I think I pulled a hamstring watching him run. Oh, we got a little shout out here, Jaron, Mr. Jaron Peoples, Mr. Error himself. Great job, Keith and Jason. Let's go Eagles.
Let's go Eagles.
Hey, we've called some errors here, Jaron, without you.
Yeah,
they let us.
Hey, I've got let's see, 2 on one team.
Yeah.
I got 4 errors in this game.
A big hit left field. It's going back to the wall in the track.
Pierce makes
Good
the catch
by Pierce.
Ooh.
And that was beautiful. It caught the wind, but it just didn't catch enough.
I think the wind did not help him really. It kind of blew it down to the side just a little.
I think it pushed it down a little. I think it was coming, but that was a beautiful hit.
Oh, just
man.
That
I was expecting that one. I was like, woo.
And that's exactly what Troup wanted to see. Now they've been through that inning. They either finish this game, or if it's called due to weather, they revert to the last inning, which Troup has a lead, 7-6.
And this is the last inning anyway. So before we go into it, we're going to take a short little break and let Jaron contemplate what an error actually is. And we'll talk about it later. All that kind of good stuff. We'll be right back. You're watching high school baseball on NETSN. Well, we're coming down to it. It's 7-6. Troup leads, and they're up to bat here in the top of the 7th.
I wonder how many of these viewers we got that are 16-3A coaches and fans for other teams.
Right.
You know I used to do it a lot, watch other teams play, especially if I was interested in the outcome.
Anthony with the pitch high and inside for ball 1. And Caden Graves is the batter. That's going to be outside for a ball. Doesn't quite hit like he wanted it to, but Tucker Anthony been on the mound for a while.
Since the top of the 3rd.
That's going to catch. No, it doesn't. I apologize. I thought that caught, but I guess it was high. They don't pay me to stand behind the plate down there. It's not my job. Here's the pitch, and that one looked just like the last one, but it hit the corner. And a strike 1. 3-1 now the count.
Yeah, Graves accepted that. He didn't just walk up to first. He just stepped out and got ready for the next one.
That's going to be hit over to Barry. Barry's going to take it. He's going to throw. Not in time. As Downs does a good stretch and tries to get it, but Caden Graves does the run out.
And that right there that's what you talk about, running good out of the box. You know, a lot of times people hit ground balls in the infield and they just kind of jog them out. He came out of the box quick and got rewarded for it.
Carson Davenport now heading to the box. And that'll mean that Anthony's got to go to the stretch. Graves with the lead. He's going to run. And there's the throw, not in time, as Graves is just a speed demon out of that. I mean, he took off.
Yeah, he took off on the pitcher on that one. That was a straight steal off the pitcher, so not much catcher could do on that one.
No. And have a little bit of a timeout here. Graves looks like he may have got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. And we are back. He's up and good. It just, like I said, I think he plopped down and bounced a little bit, got the wind knocked out of him. But we're glad he's back up and ready to go. And a swing on and miss by Davenport. And a good pitch by Anthony.
Yeah, no balls, 2 strikes. Anthony's got his full repertoire at his disposal at this point.
And that's going to be fouled back out of play and out of the stadium behind.
And that's what's so funny about it. I mean, Davenport's been so effective with his off-speed. His 0-2 pitch was a fastball.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm wondering if he's going to try that little change up on the outside that catches that corner so well the way he does it, because he can do that. He has a good little pitch that just catches that corner.
Yeah, Prince has overall been a wall back there, so I don't think he's too worried about bouncing anything either.
There it is, and no, just too far to the outside, and you can tell Anthony's not happy with that call.
Well, competitive pitch. I mean, if that would have caught too much of the plate, you know, Davenport could have made him pay for it. So.
Well, and that's a fishing pitch. You wanted him to go after that as well, but he also thought he might be able to catch that corner just enough. Here's the pitch. Once again, that was low. I'll give him that one.
Good job.
He even said it. He told the catcher, he's like, my ball.
My bad.
Gonna have a little talk.
Yeah, Prince is doing a great job behind the plate, keeping the ball up in front of him, keeping Graves over there at second, because I guarantee you if a ball bounces, it goes past, Graves is going to be standing on third with no outs.
Graves does have the speed, so you are correct. Even if it doesn't go all the way back to the backstop, any type of passed ball could be
if it gets
an
away,
extra base.
If it gets away from the catching area, Graves is going. He's going to read it, and he's going to run.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And that's strike 3. That'll be out number 1. That's a good pitch. That was that pitch I was talking about, that fishing pitch. And he finally got him going. So now number 1, Josh Childress. The catcher is going to come in. Try to get something going here. Anthony with the pitch. Does the same pitch on the outside for a strike. Catches that corner.
Yeah, and he's had a good game. He's 2 for 3 at this point. Would love to do some more, I'm sure. Troup would like a good insurance run at this point.
Graves kind of toying a little bit with Anthony, but not going in. A good breaking ball, but just a bit high. Goes in right around the neck. One ball, 1 strike to Childress. Here's the pitch.
Missed somewhere.
Yeah, I think that was on the outside. That went a little. Put it on the wrong one. That went a little bit to the outside. That was a good call by the umpire.
I can see the inside. I can't really see the outside from where I'm sitting.
So 2 balls and 1 strike to Childress. Here's the pitch, and he reaches out to grab that one. That's going to go to Whitus. Whitus to Downs, out number 2. And that was just a good, solid play. Not much you can do on that.
And they got the out, so at least that, it's going to take a base hit or an error, Jaron.
Right.
To score the runner from third now.
I think we should send him what the definition of an error is.
Get him a T-shirt made.
Yeah. James Pierce, and does a little half swing, and that's going to be, I think it's going to be an interference.
Well, I think he ran into the ball, so that's going to make foul. Well,
They're going to call it a foul ball?
It was outside the ball. Okay.
Or did it hit foul first and then bounce fair? But that would be, I don't know. But they're going to call it a strike, and they're going to call it a foul ball. So
okay.
We're not going to.
I'm not going to argue that one because there's certain parts of the rule book, especially dealing with Fed rules, that I'm not 100% on. So
then again, it might have hit the base. It might have hit the base. We don't know.
Well, if it hits the base, it's still fair.
Yeah. There's another little swing and foul off, so strike 2. And now Pierce finds himself a little bit behind the count with a runner at third. Anthony with the windup. Here's the pitch. A little above his head. Good job by Prince to get that stopped. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And strike 3. Great little sinker that just fell off the table. And that's going to be it for the top of the 7th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 7th and see if Tatum can get those bats going. They need 1 to tie, 2 to win. And we'll be right back. You're watching NETSN High School Baseball. So a big bottom of the inning for the Eagles. as on Tuesday, their undefeated district record was crushed by the Troup Tigers, who came back from a 5-1 deficit.
Yeah, that was one of them big 7th inning.
To have a walk-off walk to win 6-5 in the bottom of the 7th. And Tatum is looking to reciprocate, retaliate, and basically ruin Troup's night and gain back a little bit of favor, and they are able to do that. They have the ability. They have the technology. It's going to be in the outside for a ball. Sorry, I'm showing my age a little bit more on that one. My bad. Hines is up to bat. Takes that first pitch outside for a ball. That's low. Tries to get framed. Horrible. I mean, let me tell you something. Childress is very good at framing, but you can't pick the ball up from the ground and try to frame it.
You can't take a bouncer and
expect it
frame
to work. Doesn't work that way. Here's a pitch by Hardy. That's going to be hit. Taken. And Hummel gets it over to Lockie, and Lockie misses it.
I'm going E4 on that one.
Yeah, that's yes.
I mean, anytime, everybody always gives me a hard time about that, but
you miss it.
First base, if you miss it, you miss it. But if it bounces, it hits the ground at all, to me, that's on throw.
Yeah. And that's going to bring up Mr. Barry. And what's he got for this game?
Right now, he's 1 for 3. He had a last at bat. He had a line single to center field. So
squares around a bunt. So they're obviously going to try to maneuver, and he actually hits that one, trying to get that sacrifice bunt to move Hines over to second base to tie at least. Oh and 1 the count. I'm sure we'll see him square around once again to bunt. Nope, throw over to first. Not in time. As they're going to keep Hines over as close to that bag as they can. And that's low and outside for a ball.
Yeah, they're going to be real careful, keep that ball in front of them. If they're the catcher, Childress got to keep the ball in front. You don't want to give Hines that free base and put him in scoring position with Barry up, because Barry can barrel a baseball also.
Calls for time is trying to frustrate Hardy a little bit. So 1 and 1 the count to Barry. Nobody out, 1 runner on first. And that's Cody Hines. Bottom of the 7th. Squares around a bunt, and he's going to take it and pops up backwards. So now it's going to be a hit-away situation. No more bunt situation for Barry here. It's either going to have to be hit or walk to get him on base. And Barry has the ability to smash that ball.
That is for sure.
1 and 2, steps off the steps off the mound there. Barry takes a little stroll. He figured Hardy can do it, I can do it as well. 1 and 2 the count. Barry steps in. Outside. And Hardy not happy with that call.
You got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that. As a pitcher, you definitely don't want to show up to umpire.
Nope.
You definitely won't get that call the next time. So,
well, it could get you a fast track to the bench too, if you're not careful. 2-2 the count. And it's hit up the middle. And a 6. Oh, he just gets it. As Carter Graves kind of shovel passes it over to Hummel and gets the lead runner out for out number 1. And we have a little appeal going on. No, they're gonna change the runners. Put a little faster.
Pinch runner in. You got number 25, Aiden Courtney in.
So they're gonna take Barry and sit him down for a pinch runner, Aiden Courtney. Put a little speed there. Dustin Hennigan is on and got a big game here. If you know somebody who's not watching right now, they should be, call them real quick. Get them on to NETSN. There's a hit, pitch, and that's really quick out number 2. Not what they wanted there.
Now batting number 17, Brody Downs.
So Brody Downs is going to step in. Big at bat for Downs. With the tying run on first.
He had an infield single last time he was up.
Which is a huge thing if he can get it here.
Yeah. I think he wants he stepped off. First base was playing back, wasn't holding the runner, so.
Hardy looking in. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit it up the middle. And the shovel pass is by Graves, and that's the ball game. And a good play by Graves to get it over to second. And the Troup Tigers have once again taken a 1-run game to Tatum, 7-6. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to sit here and talk, but we are going to go ahead and go off the air and pack up our stuff and try to get out of here before the storm hits. Hey, we do appreciate you watching tonight. Y'all be safe out there. We will see you next time on NETSN. I want to congratulate both teams for a hard-fought game. Hey, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on NETSN.